facilities. Obviously 4 years of this gets a little bit annoying. We've just bought 70 acres of land. As I'm sure you're all aware, this is a fantastic opportunity, as I'm sure everyone agrees. And we want to use this to promote sport. Currently, the only sporting facility that UE has got that is free and available to use by its students is a frisbee golf course. I think for one of the biggest and richest universities in Britain, we can do a little bit better than that. I'm going to talk briefly about student health and well-being. I don't think anybody in here is stupid enough to not understand about this. I think most students are perceived as people that lie on their bums, watch Scrubs all day and drink all night. And I think a lot of people will agree that it's not. We need to be, as a union, supporting a healthier lifestyle for our students. Finally, I'm just going to talk briefly about the Centre of Sport. Fantastic facilities. If you watch the video online, it looks fantastic. If you come for an open day, you'll get shown around and it looks gorgeous. In real life, it doesn't work that simply. As you'll see up here, 28 out of 39 of our sports clubs don't have sufficient facilities. It's pretty poor, not even 50%. In real life, it's expensive and unavailable. It's hired out to external users for the majority of the time. This means even our sports clubs, when it got built, have had reduced hours. It's not really the way we should be going, so I think we should put more efforts into sport and use the opportunity of this 70 acres of land, which is massive, to do something about it. Thank you.
Rather than picking this motion apart and tearing it into pieces with amendments, I'm simply going to be speaking against it. And that is because of the use of the word priority. And I accept the arguments that sports facilities are important, but if this motion was any good, it would actually talk about listening and consulting with the entire university, the entire 30,000 students at this institution, particularly those who are going to be affected by this move. And should really be mandating the sabbatical officers to do that consultation. What I find quite shocking is that if we do make this a priority, we'll be putting at risk a purpose-built student union building, a purpose-built student services department, a purpose-built centre for performing arts, a new place for religious worship, a purpose-built bus station cycle provision, library and IT facilities, a new library need, building modern and flexible space for the students of tomorrow and the students of today as well. If we simply mandate the SU to put sporting facilities at the forefront of what it does, that will simply mean that it will give some sabbatical officers in the future reason to simply argue for one thing as opposed to looking at the grand picture and communicating with students. The Centre for Sport, although it may not be up to 100% standard, is the latest investment on this campus. The entire project with the Student Village and the Centre for Sport cost 80 million quid put together. It's had its investment. Everyone needs investment. For those who've been in their library recently will know how much our libraries need the investment. For those who've seen their SU facilities will know how much we need the investment. So please don't pass this policy, please.
Let's not be ridiculous here. Learning will always be a priority, okay? We're not doubting that for a second. That's why you're here. The fact is, we've bought 70 acres of land, and the motion that people are putting through is about sport. You know, I'd have loved to see more motion about what we can do with the land. There's so many of you, there's so many students, and yeah, I'm not for 1 second. I know the Disabled Students Group would love to have an empty space, a quiet space, which doesn't happen. We're not saying that none of this can happen. We're saying students have come forward to the biggest decision-making body, put suggestions forward and reasons. Something Paul didn't mention was, we've got 4,000 members of the gym. It's 80 capacity. Come on, like seriously. And we're talking about benefit for all students. And I saw on the forum before, let's think about the bigger picture. But the bigger picture isn't learning. The bigger picture is employability, is health, is safety, you know, is having a good time, is sport, is fitness. I mean, you know, Feel Good February, Kate was talking about it earlier, it's massive here. We've got a Healthy University Working Group who are massive, who are really promoting health and fitness. And I'm sorry, but, you know, this motion has come forward and there's people here who are so keen to get this passed because they understand the importance of health and fitness and sport and the lack of recreational facilities, that they want this passed. So let's support this. Oh. So let's support this motion. Let's make sport a priority. Let's tell the university that we actually have some direction to give them. And you know, we've known about this. We've known this meeting was coming. It's massive. Come on, let's be serious.
And our second guest.